In the last episode, we explored the early life of Karl Marx, a restless thinker who questioned religion, challenged authority, and fought against censorship in Germany. We saw how his writings angered the rulers of Prussia, forcing him into exile. From the classrooms of philosophy to the streets of protest, Marx was already making enemies among kings and emperors. But this was only the beginning, because what awaited him next was a lifelong struggle: poverty, betrayal, and exile, yet also the birth of an idea that would shake the entire world. And now in this episode, we uncover how Marx became a man without a country, and how together with Friedrich Engels, he wrote a manifesto that would change history forever. In 1845, Karl Marx lost his homeland. From that moment on, he was a man without a country, a political exile drifting across Europe. His ideas had made him unwanted everywhere, yet he refused to remain silent. From Prussia to Paris, Belgium to London, he kept moving, hounded by governments determined to silence him. But amid this constant persecution, Marx, along with his lifelong companion Friedrich Engels, created a work that would shake empires and inspire revolutions across the world. How did this happen? Why was Marx stripped of nationality? And how did socialism evolve into the ideology we now call communism? After leaving Germany in 1843, Marx settled in Paris with his wife Jenny. With his associate Arnold Ruge, he launched a Franco-German journal. Their plan was bold: publish thousands of copies and secretly deliver them into Germany, bypassing the state's censorship. But the authorities were already watching. At the border, most of the copies were seized. Ruge, frightened by the crackdown, abandoned the project and distanced himself from Marx. Their partnership collapsed, leaving Marx jobless and isolated. Yet from this failure came something far greater: a new friendship with Friedrich Engels. Engels, the son of a wealthy industrialist, lived in England but had no interest in inheriting his father's business. Instead, he immersed himself in politics and economics, exposing the misery of workers in industrial society. When Marx read Engels' sharp critique of capitalism, he was inspired to study economics more deeply. He came to believe that the struggle between rich and poor could only be solved by transforming the economic system itself. Wealth, he concluded, should not remain in the hands of a few, while the majority labored in poverty. Communism was not Marx's invention. The term already existed as an offshoot of socialism, but Marx and Engels gave it clarity, direction, and force. Their ideas became known as Marxism. In Paris, Marx also grappled with philosophy and religion. From Hegel, he absorbed the importance of human thought, though he rejected Hegel's view that the universe and God were one. From Feuerbach, he embraced the idea that religion was a human creation, a projection of material life. Religion, Marx argued, functioned as a drug, comforting people with illusions while blinding them to injustice. He realized that freedom could never be achieved under censorship or capitalism. True liberation, he argued, would only come when workers seized political power themselves. Capitalism, in his view, was a system where capital endlessly reinvested itself to generate profit. Its defenders claimed this created jobs and prosperity. Marx disagreed. He argued that the real value of goods came from workers' labor. Yet this surplus value was pocketed by the capitalists. Workers received only meager wages, growing poorer while their labor enriched others. This exploitation, he said, alienated workers from their own creations. The solution, Marx believed, was a complete overthrow of capitalism. Democracy would not be enough. It was simply another tool of the ruling class. Only revolution could bring change. And though it would involve struggle and sacrifice, he envisioned a future in which class divisions would disappear. His plan unfolded in two stages. First, a workers' state would replace capitalism, ensuring fair rewards for labor. Later, once class distinctions vanished, society itself would become stateless and self-regulating. People would work according to their ability and receive according to their needs. In 1847, Marx and Engels joined a German secret society in London, the League of the Just, which soon became the Communist League. Together, they drafted the Communist Manifesto. It declared history to be the story of class struggle and ended with a thunderous call to workers everywhere. You have nothing to lose but your chains. A world to win. Workers of the world, unite. Though Marx himself never witnessed the revolutions his words inspired, his vision reshaped the modern world. His ideas lived on, ideas born in exile, sustained by struggle, and carried forward by generations that came after him.